Hello everyone, welcome to topic of the day. Today we will discuss the privatization of banks. Now recently, this topic was in news as the bank unions had done a nationwide strike against the proposed privatization of public sector banks. Now let's discuss this issue in brief. The strike was against the Banking Laws Amendment Bill of 2021. This bill aimed to amend the banking companies acquisition and transfer laws of 1970 and 1980 and the Banking Regulation Act of 1949 to achieve the privatization of two public sector banks. Central Bank of India and the Indian Overseas Bank can be the two candidates. Now, this move will bring down the minimum government holding in the public sector banks from 51% to 26%. Now, let's discuss what is privatization. It means the transfer of ownership, property, or business from government to the private sector. And why there was need for privatization? First of all, due to pandemic, there was increase in the non-performing assets. Also to strengthen the strong banks and also minimize their number through privatization. Thirdly, to introduce the mergers of less effective banks and infuse better management policies. After privatization, there will be no fear of political interference and prompt decision can be taken. Also, better use of technology can be assured. It can also provide more profitability and accountability to the shareholders. And there can be increase in the foreign direct investment too. This was recommended by the Narsimhan Committee, which proposed 33% government stakes, and the PJ Nayak Committee, which proposed less than 50% stakes. Also, the RBI Working Group recommended this move. Now, let's talk about some arguments against this move of the government. Firstly, we talk about the performance concerns. For example, the ICICI Bank's fake loan sanctions and the Lakshmi Vilas Bank's operational issues. Also, there was Yes Bank operational issues. This move will lead to financial exclusion and promote crony capitalism, which means tax breaks, grants, and favors are given to individuals or businesses with political connections. This will also remove the sovereign guarantee in the deposits as given by the RBI and the government. It can also lead to underreporting of non-performance assets and thus will defeat the goal of financial inclusion. When there is violation of Article 38, that is non-sharing of government's social responsibilities. Now, why there was a need for nationalization of banks? In 1969, the government nationalized 14 major private banks like the Bank of India, and then in 1980, 6 more of the banks were nationalized. Also, the nationalization of SBI was done in 1955 itself. Now, this came in the wake of economic and political factors due to the 1962 and the 1965 wars. Government needed to energize the priority sectors, and nationalization came with a pledge to support the agriculture sector. So, as a result, maximum number of banks throughout the country were nationalized. Now, what can be the possible way ahead to this issue? First of all, we should consider privatizing only the non-functioning public sector banks and implement the Kotak Committee recommendation of corporate governance. Then we have to work on improving the non-performing assets recovery, reduce loan defaults, and introduce greater transparency in the credit allocation. If we see the evolution of banking in India, in 1770 we had Bank of Hindustan, which was closed in 1832. Then we had the Oud Commercial Bank, which was India's first commercial bank, Allahabad Bank, which was established in 1865, and the Punjab National Bank, which was established in 1894. Then there were banks of the presidencies like the Bank of Bengal, Bank of Madras, and Bank of Bombay, which merged in 1921 to form the Imperial Bank. This bank, as we call today, is the State Bank of India, which was nationalized in 1955. Now let's take up a practice question on this topic. Which of the following given committees are related to the reforms in banking industries? First, Narsimhan Committee, second, the Kotak Committee, and third, the PJ Nayak Committee. You have to choose from the correct options. You can write your answers in the comment section. So the correct answer is C. That is only the Narsimhan Committee and the PJ Nayak Committee are related to reforms in the banking industry. The second one, that is the Kotak Committee, is related to corporate governance. So the correct answer is 1 and 3 only. So this was all for today's topic. For more such videos, do stay tuned to the Next IAS YouTube channel.